Did you know that right now, as your eyes scan this screen, artificial intelligence could be watching your every move in real time? No, it's not science fiction. This is happening right now. You are being watched by invisible algorithms, autonomous systems, and machines that learn about you without your— And the scariest thing? Almost no one is talking about. While most people still believe that AI is just a harmless tool, corporations and governments already use this tool to collect their data, map your behavior, predict your decisions, and, even worse, influence what you think, feel, consume. This is no longer about technology. It's about control. It's about surveillance. It's about mass manipulation. Elon Musk, one of the most powerful men in modern technology, has already made several public— He said that the AI could be more dangerous than nuclear weapon. But why then does no one seem concerned? Is it because are we past the point of return? Or is what's going on behind the scenes much darker than we imagine? Words like privacy, freedom, and autonomy may have already lost their meaning in the age of uncontrolled artificial intelligence. Deep fakes, biometric surveillance, eavesdropping by smart devices, data collection without consent. All of this is already part of your daily life, even if you don't realize. And as long as you believe you are in control of your own life, there is an AI monitoring your voice, your eyes, your choices, and even your emotions. Some say that's the price of progress. Others believe we are headed straight for a silent dystopia, where AI decides who you are and what you should be. But now, the truth needs to be shown. Why? What you will see in this video could forever change your view of privacy, freedom, and the future of humanity. So, before continuing, it is essential that you take action now. If you believe that the truth needs to be exposed, which this dark reality can no longer be ignored, then leave your like right now. This helps this video reach more people who are also being unknowingly surveilled. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because what you will discover here is not being shown in the mainstream news. They don't want this information to spread. Every like, every comment, every new subscription is a clear sign that there are still people willing to wake up before it's too late. This video may disappear at any time. Algorithms silence content like this every day. And when that happens, the truth simply disappears from the internet. Then, be part of the resistance. Help keep this message alive. Like, subscribe, and get ready. Because now, let's reveal what's really behind artificial intelligence and why you might be the next target. And now that you understand how real this threat is, the time has come to open your eyes to something even more disturbing. The beginning of mass espionage by artificial intelligence has already begun, and no one is telling you that in all letters. Yes, what once seemed like a distant prediction or a sci-fi plot is happening here, now, right before our eyes. And the worst: silently, invisibly, systematically. Did you know that has the United States government itself admitted that artificial intelligence systems are being used for massive population monitoring purposes? That's right. The technology they swore was only for national security is now used to observe, track, and catalog the behavior of millions of people every day, without consent, without warning, without transparency. Laws like the FISA Amendments Act and other emergency regulations opened loopholes for intelligence agencies implement AI for predictive analysis, digital espionage, and real-time data collection. The excuse is always the same: protection against threats. But the real threat may be the system itself that is watching us. Smart camera systems with facial recognition, hearing sensors in public spaces, algorithms connected to voice devices like Alexa, Siri, and even smart TVs are already part of this gear. These systems are fed 24 hours a day, crossing data from what you say, how you move, where you go, what you search, watch, and even what you feel. Yes, because there is AI being trained to read facial micro-expressions and capture emotional variations in real time. Do you still think you have privacy? Big techs, Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, no longer hide that they collect everything about you: location, voice, political preference, consumption patterns, and even who you interact with. Now imagine this crossed with advanced AI, trained to predict and manipulate human behavior. This is not a conspiracy theory. It is the new digital reality. And once again, almost no one is talking about it in the right way. While you share a selfie or post an innocent story, there is a system analyzing what's behind your smile, what's in the background of the image, your location, the time of day, the tone of your voice. This is how the behavioral surveillance algorithms, one of the most advanced aspects of artificial intelligence. We are nurturing a digital entity that knows more about us than we do. And Elon Musk has been saying this for years. In one of his most alarming statements, he stated, "We are feeding a monster with our own data." Think about this sentence. Now think about what you gave up today by clicking accept cookies, by speaking to a voice assistant, by accepting the terms of use without reading them. Small acts that, when added together, feed this monster. A system that doesn't sleep, doesn't forget, doesn't forgive, and you don't need to ask for your permission to watch you. Imagine an AI that monitors your social networks, your private conversations, your movements on the digital map, all in real time, not to serve you, but to study you. It's called algorithmic surveillance, and it's at the heart of the greatest silent power shift, history. Meanwhile, traditional media shows you AI writing poetry or drawing funny pictures, but it doesn't mention that these same systems are being used to track political dissidents, manipulate elections, influence financial markets, and even decide who receives bank credit or access to healthcare. It's not just about data, it's about decisions being taken out of human hands. Now I want you to think, who is programming this intelligence, with what intention? And most importantly, who is behind the codes that define what is right or wrong, what can or cannot be shown to you? If you've come this far, it's because you feel something is wrong, and it is. This web of control is being woven before our eyes, and there will be no escape if we continue to pretend that this is just another advancement in technology. That's why we need to talk about it. That's why this video exists. Now, comment below what you think of all. Do you still think you have privacy? Or do you believe that are we already part of a large AI-controlled experiment? Right here. I am awake if you feel like you need to go deeper into this truth. Your comment can help this video reach more people who also need to see it. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and shares with those who still live under the illusion that they are in control of their own life. What I'm going to show you now has been censored on some platforms, labeled as misinformation, or simply ignored by major media outlet. But the truth doesn't disappear just because it's uncomfortable. And at this point, we're not just talking about surveillance anymore. What is happening now is much more serious. Artificial intelligence has already surpassed the passive observation phase. It is making decisions for you, shaping your reality without you even realizing it. AI systems already have access to your full banking history, to your medical appointments, real-time location records, and even to more intimate data on your digital behavior. All of this is stored, processed, and used by algorithms that have been trained to anticipate your actions, predict your desires, manipulate your purchasing decisions, consumption, opinion, and even political beliefs. This is not speculation. This is happening now, and it's all legalized, authorized by yourself in contracts you've never read. What few people know, and even fewer have the courage to say, is that this artificial intelligence was fed with billions of public and private data, trained by systems that were created by corporations with financial, geopolitical, and ideological interests. She is not neutral. She is not impartial. It is programmed to serve an agenda. And if you think this is a conspiracy theory, then get ready, because the evidence is already leaking. In 2023, an internal document from a large technology company revealed that its AIs were operating autonomously to track profiles considered problematic based on language and behavior patterns, even without any direct action on the part of the user. This means that just by thinking differently, by writing a keyword, or liking a post considered sensitive, you can join an invisible list. A list that defines what you will see, what will be hidden from you, and how far your content will be delivered. Even more shocking are the cases of hyper-realistic deepfakes being used in financial scam, political fraud, and manipulation of public opinion. AI can already create fake videos with faces identical to real ones, perfect voices, mannerisms, intonations, all digitally generated with a level of realism that even experts have difficulty detecting. This is being used to steal passwords, trick security systems, frame innocent people, or protect criminals. Do you begin to understand the level of manipulation? Imagine seeing a video of a political leader saying something outrageous. Now imagine discovering later that it was never said by him, but created by AI. The damage has already been done. The reputation has already been destroyed. The truth has already been hijacked. This is the new battlefield. Reality is being reprogrammed by machines that have learned to lie better than humans. And if you think this is still far from your life, stop now and think about the following. What you see in your feed is not chosen. It is chosen by an algorithm. And this algorithm is guided by artificial intelligence. He decides what is relevant, what is true, what deserves attention. Now tell me, for real, do you still think you have control? There are confirmed cases of AI determining different prices for the same product based on your socioeconomic profile, location, and previous behavior. i.e., the machine decides how much you pay, because it already knows how much you are willing to spend. This is algorithmic manipulation at a commercial level. But now think about the impact of this on politics, justice, health. AI systems are being tested to predict whether someone will commit a crime before it even happens. This is no longer a film. It is a reality in some cities with active pilot program. And the question that no one answers is, who defines what constitutes suspicious behavior? A human? A judge? No, a code. An algorithm that interprets your history, your data, your patterns, and decides if you are a threat. And the most dangerous, AI has already started to decide who deserves credit, who has access to opportunity, who should be silenced on the networks. She analyzes facial expressions in interviews, voice intonation on calls, response time on forms, and based on that, it defines whether you are trustworthy or not. We are no longer talking about digital convenience. We are talking about automated social control. Now that you know this, I want you to comment below. Right, I don't trust AI, if you feel like there is something very wrong going on, and we need to talk more about it. Or, right, reality has been hacked. If you believe that AI is reprogramming the truth, your comment could be the trigger that wakes up more people. This video can break the bubble and reach those who still don't understand what's at stake. And don't forget, like the video and subscribe now, because what comes after is even more disturbing. Now imagine this. You are sitting watching this video, seemingly alone, in silence. But without realizing it, there's a system monitoring every subtle movement of your face, analyzing the sparkle in your eyes, the slight tremor in your pupil, the micro expression you made when hearing a specific phrase. Artificial intelligence can already detect emotional patterns based on the tone of your voice, the rhythm of your breathing, and the heart rate detected by sensors around you. This is no longer fiction, it's the present. These systems are called predictive emotional AI, and they are being integrated into cameras in public places, virtual assistants, video conferencing apps, and even education and HR platform. You know that look of doubt you gave in the online class? The AI registered. The pause before clicking on an ad? She learned from it. The hesitant tone of the yes you gave into the microphone? She already knows what you wanted to hide. And the most disturbing, this AI is not just collecting this information. She is using this to decide what to show, what to hide, how to persuade, and in some cases, how to neutralize. What starts as a resource to better understand the user soon turns into a narrative control mechanism. When AI understands how you feel, it adjusts content to keep you engaged or submissive. This technology is behind social media recommendation algorithms who decide what will appear in your feed, in what order, with what emotional intensity. This is not done by chance. There is digital emotional engineering shaping what you think, feeding their beliefs with stimuli carefully calculated to generate a response. Now, think about the next election. Think about the last one. Think about what you saw and what you didn't see. How many of your positions were formed based on content you thought you chose, but was actually pushed to you by AI systems? How many times have you believed you were having an opinion when you were just repeating what the algorithm had taught you to? This is the new battleground of digital electoral manipulation. In several countries, there are already documented allegations that AI-based systems were used to segment voters with personalized messages, adapted to each individual's emotional and psychological profile. And these messages were not created by humans. They were written by AIs based on thousands of data collected about your habits, fears, preference, insecurity. This is not just manipulation. It's automated social engineering. It's data-fueled psychological warfare. But it doesn't stop there. The next step of that control is not just on your screen, but in the very space where you live. Cameras in squares, subways, airports, schools, and even supermarkets are no longer just passive surveillance. They are connected to AI systems that identify non-standard behavior, detect potential threats, and classify people based on risk. And yes, that includes you. It includes all of us. This technology is already used by military forces in several parts of the world, and in some cases, it is the algorithm that determines whether a person poses a danger before they do anything. It's pre-crime thinking leaving the screens and becoming public security policy. Now think about the possibility of totalitarian regimes arming themselves with this technology. Think of governments that already control the media, that criminalize protest, and that see any dissenting opinion as an active threat. In the wrong hands, artificial intelligence becomes the greatest instrument of oppression ever created by humanity. A system that doesn't need sleep, has no compassion, can silence voices without leaving a trace. It's like creating a tyrant who never dies. An invisible dictator, operating in the background, monitoring everything, and deciding what can and cannot exist. And before you think this only happens in faraway places, we already have evidence that platforms like Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube apply algorithmic censorship based on criteria decided by AI. Videos are demonetized, posts are hidden, profiles are taken down, and no one knows exactly. Do you know why? Because the decision is no longer human, it's algorithmic. And the most dangerous thing about all this is that there is no one to turn to. The AI decides, period. Do you still think this is just technology? Do you still believe that we are living in a neutral moment in digital evolution? Or have you noticed that we are witnessing the silent construction of a system of total control, where your freedom, your expression, your opinion, and even your thoughts are filtered, shaped, and enabled by an intelligence you cannot see, cannot touch, and cannot question? This is the new era, where your every step is a given, every look, a statistic, each emotion, a variable, and all this information is being used against you, to manipulate you, monitor you, classify you, all in real time, all with the coldness of a code that doesn't feel, doesn't judge, just executes. If you've made it this far and are still with me, you already understand the gravity of what is happening. Now, I want you to comment below with the phrase, "I did not consent to this," if you feel that your right to freedom is being violated without you even having the chance to say no. Or comment, "The algorithm doesn't rule me," if you believe that it is still possible to resist. Your comments are essential so that this video is not suppressed. Every word from you down here increases our reach. It shows the algorithm that there are still people paying attention. Like this video, subscribe to the channel now, and share it with those who need to wake up. What comes next, you need to see with your own eyes. Now that you've come this far, it's because something inside you recognizes the urgency of this message. It makes sense to continue on this journey together. Here we will continue to reveal what is being hidden, decipher what the system tries to mask, and show how artificial intelligence is already shaping the world around us. Subscribe to the channel now. Activate the bell. This is the type of content that needs to be seen while it's still live. And comment below a sentence that proves that you are awake. Could it be, "The system is exposed," or "The truth must continue"? I want to know who is truly attentive, aware, and ready for what comes next. Your participation here makes all the difference. You help this video reach those who have not yet awakened. And now that you understand how we are being observed in real time, it's time to go even. In the next video, you will discover how artificial intelligence is already making decisions without human authorization. In war zones, courtrooms, and even inside hospital. What was once control became command, and machines are already deciding who lives, who dies, and who disappears digitally. Get ready to see what has never been shown. It's all ready for you in the next chapter of this investigation.